Hey everybody, this is just going to be a quick update on the amaranth that I planted, and a couple thoughts on the amaranth I planted and how I planted it and everything. And basically what I mean by that is I planted quinoa on both sides of the amaranth, and I really didn't get much to germinate. And I think that was kind of a it was a useful experiment, because I've really wanted to grow quinoa for a long time. So I don't know if it was timing or what, but I really could have used that space for something else. And I'm going to talk about a video that I just recently seen that Baker Creek put out about using amaranth as a trap for cucumber beetles. So if you actually grow cucumber plants with amaranth, the amaranth will actually trap the beetles. And what I mean by a trap is the beetles will eat the amaranth but won't eat the cucumber vines. And I'll post a link below in the description for the video that I'm talking about. And you can see all these little holes right here on the leaves. And if you look real good, they're pretty sneaky, but once in a while you can find some cucumber beetles. I still don't see any yet. But down here at the bottom, I've got a bunch of wild plants growing. There's some lamb's quarters, and I could definitely be using cucumbers down here as a ground cover with the amaranth, because the variety I grow is pretty tall, so it would work pretty good. But yeah, I'll post a link below. So I'm kind of bummed out the more I start thinking about it, but it's good. It's an experiment that had to be done. I had to try to grow some quinoa, and I don't know if I planted it too late. I planted some over there a little bit even earlier, and it still didn't do very good. So I might hold off on the quinoa for maybe another season or two until I get a couple new varieties. But yeah, here's what the amaranth looks like. And you can hear my rooster crowing in the background. And it really has some really nice, cool purple flowers. And we've had a few little cold spells. We've had 2 weeks ago we had some nights that got down into the 50s, and then the last 2 nights it's got down in the 50s. So normally these guys would have still kept growing, but they're already flowering. But that doesn't mean that they're going to stop growing. They're still going to get pretty tall. This one right here is already over 6 feet tall. And what I mean about the quinoa, I planted a whole row on each side. And this is what I have left of my quinoa, which is a bummer. They're all pretty much chewed up. I mean, nice, amazing color in there. So yeah, so definitely some changes that are going to be made for next season. But here's what the amaranth is looking like. And these ones here, I mean, most of these here are all over 4 feet tall, so I'm pretty happy about that. That one's good size. And then this one right here, the biggest one of all, is really big. And I got zucchinis down here I'm trying to walk through. Jeez. Sorry. But this one right here has got a base on it that's just huge. And look, it's even got little roots growing out of the base because of all the vegetation. It's so moist down there. It's not really dry or hot. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, that's like for an annual plant, that's solid. That's like a tree. But this plant is already, and it's still growing, but I want to say it's close to pushing 7 feet tall already. So, and even this one's got holes in the leaves. But nothing's really messed with my cucumber plants too much, which are pretty close. They're taking over this whole area right here. And another thing that was a big bummer about it was I planted 2 rows of cucumbers with leeks in the middle. Well, the leeks haven't done anything. I don't even remember, they didn't even sprout. So really, if I would have just grew the amaranth down here, I would have had this whole bed for something else. So I wouldn't have known that leeks wouldn't have done good here. You know, gardening's all about trial and error, so you just kind of try stuff out, see what works good, and, you know, focus on what works good. You know, especially if you're going to do a natural type of farming. I mean, obviously, if certain plants had more water, or they had more fertilizer, or they had all these different things, they may be doing differently. They may be doing better, you know, but that's not how I garden. So if it won't make it just by me putting seeds in the ground and maybe trying it a few different times of the year, different plantings, different times, then if it doesn't make it, then I'm going to focus on the stuff that does. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned. I mean, this amaranth is going to get probably 10 feet tall, just like its mom. So thanks for watching, guys.